So last week we had a great episode. If you missed it, please check it out on Doc Lucky's Yo-Yo Talk on Facebook or on our YouTube channel, Doc Lucky's Yo-Yo Talk. It's definitely worth the watch. We had Mike Burke from Duncan Yo-Yos as our guest, and he revealed all of his dark secrets. John Maishral won the lightning round, earning that highly collectible Duncan Freehand 2004 World Championship yo-yo signed by Mike, which apparently John does not want because he has not sent me his snail mail address. So John, email me your address, please, so we can get that yo-yo out to you. Finally, the Nickinator raised his angry head once again to score his third straight victory for the grand prize package. And this is what the Nickinator had to say about it.
7-time grand prize champion, 2-time lightning round champion, and this week I'm going for 4 wins in a row, a Doc Lucky's Yo-Yo Talk prize package winning streak record. But
I don't know if anybody is man enough to take down the Nickinator this week to prevent that record 4 in a row for the grand prize, but I sure would appreciate a local winning because I would hate to have to start spending money on postage. So Dano, I think that puts a lot of pressure on you, man. So let's see if you can rise to the occasion and take down the Nickinator and stop that winning streak. Now, some of you were surprised to learn that yo-yo trivia kings, such as the Nickinator, have groupies. But I can assure you, the Nickinator has them, and this is what he had to say on the subject.
I'm finding maybe you can have too many yo-yos, but you can definitely have too many groupies, and I'm exhausted.
Tonight we have a special guest, Frank Difeo of Dif-e-Yo yo-yo fame. He is, of course, the legend behind all the variety of Dif-e-Yo yo-yos out there, which are all now very collectible. So we will have a nice little chat with Frank later in the show. But please be thinking of some questions you can ask Frank and start posting them right now. So when we're ready to go live with Frank, we've got the questions all ready to go. And Frank has been kind enough to donate this very cool Rev 1 wide load, which he will be giving away to the winner of the lightning round. This is a $100 plus mint yo-yo still in the package, signed by Frank himself. So that lightning round will be coming up in a few minutes, so hang tight for that. But let's first check out what our grand prize collectible package is for this week. Are you paying attention? Okay, let's see what cool items we have tonight in our prize package. We got some good stuff here. Let's do that zoomed out view. Okay, as usual, we have a couple of books there. The copy of the Immune 2012 International Book Award winner for science fiction, and of course Doc Lucky's Collector's Guide to 20th Century Yo-Yos. This is unfortunately not the scratch and sniff version that I sometimes give away. In the center there you can see an Alox flying disc. This was a yo-yo that was an off-brand yo-yo that was never promoted. They didn't have contests or anything like that. They made them since the 30s. They made them for decades. They would just kind of piggyback on the back of the Duncan campaigns, frequently ran out during the big surges. There was a jeweled model. If anybody has a jeweled Alox, please send us a copy of that. I'd love to see it. But this is your standard stamp sealed Alox yo-yo. Right next to it, we've got an Ozone. That's a hummingbird yo-yo. That was the yo-yo associated with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. This was released in 1992. That's a splatter paint. It doesn't really have a logo on it. Well, no, actually that one does have a logo on it. So some of them don't, and the ones that don't need to be in the package if they're going to be collectible. So says me, so take it for what it's worth. And speaking of movie yo-yos, there's an Iron Giant yo-yo, not highly collectible, not highly sought after, but if I didn't put it in there, there would be a big empty green spot there. So I felt it would be better to be in your shoebox rather than mine here at home. Now here down in the right-hand corner is the original Duncan trick book. It's very cool. It's got some interesting old photos in it. I hope this isn't the one my boys got into and decided to color all the Yo-Yo Man figures about 20 years ago, but I guess you'll find out when you open it up. Oh, a nice Toy Story yo-yo there. That is a Spectra Star for all you Spectra Star collectors out there. Very nice classic yo-yo. That is not a sculpted yo-yo. For those of you that are dimensionally challenged and can't tell the difference. Off to the left there, we have a ornament yo-yo. It doesn't play, you can just look at it, kind of like a store mannequin. Fine to look at, but not much fun, unless you're pretty creepy. So I also see a Hot Wheels yo-yo in there and a Tweety Bird. There's another Pro Yo 3. Very nice Duncan Neo on the package. So anyway, I think we've reached the point where there's a Spectra Star Batman that is sculpted. So I think we've reached the point now where it is time to check out the value of this prize package for this evening. So let's get to the old calculator and see what we've got here. So $208, that's what you'll be playing for in our pop quiz later on near the end of the show. Good luck to everyone, and I'll even give luck to the Nickinator tonight. I believe that the Nickinator thinks that he has already won this prize package. He's probably typing in answers right now, even before we get to the questions. But I ask, cannot one of you become a living legend and defeat the Nickinator and prevent him from having the longest run ever of winning on Doc Lucky's Yo-Yo Talk? I'm afraid if the Nickinator wins this 4th time in a row, I will be forced to bring out the cowbell of shame. Shame, shame, shame. And I will ring it at all of you losers. So please, some hero out there, rise to the occasion and take down the Nickinator later this evening, or at least during the lightning round. Okay, before we get into the lightning round, I'm going to show you a little video of high-level competition using yo-yos. I know everybody is going crazy with this COVID-1984 stuff. So this is a little video that my son Maximus made with me on a project he was working on. A different type of yo-yo competition. This may defy a little bit of logic, so in a later episode, I will explain why we're doing this. I just can't tell you now because of a gag order. So let's roll that film. So, this contest of skill is called Yo-Yo in a Bucket. We have an ordinary yo-yo with a counterweight. Any 8-year-old could do. Now you take the yo-yo and you go up there where Maximus is, and Maximus is going to show us how you swing the yo-yo down into the bucket.
All right, I'm ready.
Oh yeah, simple as that. All right, we are ready to go. Are you ready, Maximus?
I'm ready, let's do this.
All right, Mrs. Timer. 30 seconds we have. Damn. Yes, yes, that's one. Ah!
That's one, that's one.
No, that was a rim shot. I should have got that one. Yes, yes, that's two. This is it. This is for the win or the tie. Oh! Yes! Yes! How we're on time? On time, okay? All right, under 30. Very good. Strong work. Do I hear the International Olympic Committee calling for yo-yos in a bucket as a new sport? I think not. Okay, let's move on into the lightning round. And before we get started, let me remind you again about our prize for tonight's lightning round. It is a very cool Rev 1 wide load donated and signed by Frank Difeo himself. And here is the lightning round question. All right, what company has the most yo-yos that have set AYYA world records? That's Bill Dif-e-Yo there, working the yo-yo, and it is the brand that we are asking for right now. I think the record was like 260 some for that. He was doing inside loops there. So the question is, of that brand, who has the most? And let's see those answers coming in. Oh, I think looks like right now.
Yeah, we're good. We got one.
Tim Simcoe. Is that right?
That is right.
Yo-Yo Jam. Yeah, those were. I believe Bill was throwing sunset trajectories when he set that yo-yo. But Yo-Yo Jam yo-yos have like over 26, 27 different world records set with Yo-Yo Jam. I was really surprised when I was counting them up. I thought, oh, there'll be some other ones out there. But no, it was the answer is Yo-Yo Jam. So congratulations to Tim. You took down the Nickinator, but that's not his forte. He's saving all of his energy for that final pop quiz, I think, to try for that 4 in a row. So anyway, congratulations to our winner, and now it is time to talk to Frank Difeo. Now this interview is going to be a little bit different, guys, because our previous guest, we were able to get video. We don't have video with Frank. Frank only has audio because he has DSL and the Pony Express there where he lives, and therefore it isn't strong enough signal to put out a good video. But we've got some good photos to go up where Frank is, and we're going to get right into it. So Frank, welcome to the show. Excited to have you and talking about Dif-e-Yo yo-yos. So anyway, right off, we have a question from one of our viewers, John Maishral, wanted to know how you got into making, what was your kind of history before the yo-yo, and what was the trigger point for saying, hey, I want to make yo-yos?
Well, it's something I never would have thought about until one of the guys that worked at me, it was like when eBay first started. And he said, hey, can you go on eBay and see if there's any, he was like a collector of all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But what I did, then I ended up being the one that got hooked on it.
Ah,
I started collecting the vintage stuff first. That's what I was doing.
right.
When I saw one of the yo-yos on, because I had no idea of the history of the yo-yo stuff like in the 90s. When I saw a metal one with a ball bearing in it, that's when I got kind of hooked on it. Wow.
Now was that like one of the Tom Coon, or was that another brand that you saw?
No, it was the Cold Fusion.
Oh, the Cold Fusion. Okay, cool. Well,
Yeah, because I didn't realize they had aluminum ones. I was still collecting like all the wood stuff.
sure.
And I said, wait, I should make some out of aluminum and see what
We have some
happens.
other questions here, if you can't see them.
The only thing happening, really.
So then you decided to, because you had kind of, you had a machine shop or something like that, is that correct?
Yeah, I worked in the machine trade. And,
So-
that's
so what-
Right about that time, the economy crashed a little, so I had to.
Right, around 2001.
Yeah.
So what was the first yo-yo you made?
The first one was the Dif-e-Yo.
Daisy-O. Oh, okay, yeah, that's let's throw a Daisy-O up there, and there's a Daisy-O right here, Sean. Can you get that up there? Let's go on with that other. There's another picture of the Daisy-O. Now some of those were numbered. It looks like.
Yeah, you actually have the number.
Yeah, that's the number one there. Can you go to a triple screen there, Sean?
Absolutely.
Bring on that up there. Yeah, there's the Dif-e-Yo. Where's that number? Right there. Numero uno. So yeah, what a special yo-yo that is. How about that? Very first of the Dif-e-Yo line. Now, about how many of those did you produce?
When I started making the yo-yo thing, were all collector models that I was doing.
Okay.
I was doing it a hobby, and I still had a regular job, but I made only 50 of each.
Okay.
Any other yo-yos that came after the Dif-e-Yo, I made 50 of them, they were all numbered, and mostly the people who buy them were on Area 51.
Oh, okay. Now, did you have a special model for Area 51 Dif-e-Yos?
No,
It would just.
making the wooden stuff.
Okay.
I can't think of the name right now.
So now let me ask you this, because I know you milled the yo-yos, but most of yo-yos I think that are metal are made by a lathe, and my ignorance, I have a low manufacturing yo-yo IQ. What's the difference between milling a yo-yo and using a lathe? Because I know yours were milled.
Yeah, when they're on a lathe, the yo-yo was actually spinning and then they shape. But with the milling machine, you have to get the tool to come straight down and run up the yo-yo still, and the machine works around it.
Okay, I see.
That's how you get all the carbon in there.
Right. Okay, so that's how that relief and is in the yo-yos. That's very interesting. So are those called like billet yo-yos? Sean, let's throw some other photos up there if you could of some of these yo-yos.
Actually, it's a Phillips aluminum. That's why when I had the
So billet just refers to aluminum.
yeah, it's billet aluminum. It's like compressed. It's solid, not cast.
I got you. Okay. Well, let's talk about. So then you after the Dif-e-Yo, you made the Daisy Fly. Is that correct?
Yeah, that was like, okay, it was more advanced. It was a little bit like a butterfly, but still very narrow.
Let me see if I have one of those.
Most of the stuff back then had a little skinny bearing, and, it wasn't too much.
That would be the Daisy Fly there, Sean.
And I could put motors in there, so you could have two weights. Going down was lighter, but the other one then was heavier.
And still with the Daisy Fly, you made about 50 of them.
Yeah, that was the second collector model. And those were solid covered, and they were silk screen, black.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Now, you also made, and I honestly don't have any here, but Sean, can you throw up that gold one? I think there's maybe an orbiter in there that's golden, 24 karat gold. There's it showing up now. So most of your models, I think, let's see, you said Daisy Fly, Orbiter, Wide Load, and Zippy Fly. You made gold versions of those, correct?
Yeah, those were in between making the collector model. I started getting orders from the stores. It's kind of surprising what they call.
Uh-huh.
I needed like clear models. They were hard. And then I would advance and make more of the collector model go down. And vice versa. It was like a thing. The collector model wasn't quite a big target audience back then.
Yeah, and I saw a Wide Load that was golden. Yeah, that one went. Well, I saw one go for $555 at auction. So that's a. Oh, is that? I didn't actually look at the date. That's pretty impressive. So I guess the Wide Load, that's not the gold version, but the one that Tim just won. Well, that one's sold for $150 $100 yo-yo anyway, so that's a real nice yo-yo, and having it coated in 24 karat gold ain't too shabby. So that's great. Now,
Pause.
I believe they set some world records.
You can.
What's that?
Just don't talk for a second. No, don't. You're saying it's really, really bad. I'm listening, it's really, really bad.
Okay, we're going to go to something. We're just going to go live to me. We're going to cut the interview. They can't hear you, Frank. So, Sean, I want you to cut to me, and let's just put me on live, and I'm just going to. You can talk to me. I'm going to show some yo-yos, and you can talk, and I'll just kind of repeat what you're telling me, though. Okay?
Okay, you're talking to me, right?
Yeah, I'm just talking to you. You talk to me, and we'll go from there. So. Now the bones, the bare bones yo-yo, what's the deal with that one?
That was kind of just a basic wide yo-yo.
So the bare bones was a basic wide yo-yo that you just made. Was that made more for competition, or was that more of a collector's model?
No, that was a player model.
Oh, okay.
Eventually it got away from the collector model. Because
Got away from the collect. Okay. So now, you had a couple of yo-yos that were used to set world records. I know that John Bozum, I believe, used the bare bones to set a world record doing suicides from hazardous areas. There's John setting that world record. And then I also believe that Dazzling Dave, at one point set a record doing regenerated trapezes with a Dif-e-Yo. So obviously your yo-yos are great for competition, great for setting world records. And Dave had a signature series yo-yo, I believe. I believe it was the, what is that? Internal turmoil. Let me show you one of those. Yeah, that's so there's the Dave signature yo-yo, and then you made a run just where they were the internal turmoils, correct? Yes. So what would you say is your best yo-yo that you have? Your favorite yo-yo? What would you call your favorite yo-yo? The Gladiator. Well, I happen to have one of those here. Oh, well, yeah, no. This is the new one. You're talking about the old one, which is the original Gladiator, the little points on the sides, as opposed to the Gladiator Slave. Yeah. Yes. Well, this is a Gladiator Slave right here. But there's one right there. That's the slave model.
We can go back to it.
So. Anyway, now, one of the, Ian Simpson wanted to know where he could go to buy Dif-e-Yo yo-yos, but you still have a few left that you're selling, correct? And you've got some up on eBay right now, I believe.
Yeah, anything I have now is up on eBay.
Okay, so basically, the last of your stock is up on eBay. So, guys and gals out there that are collectors that want to hook up with a Dif-e-Yo yo-yo, you need to get on eBay and snap them up, because when they're gone, they are absolutely gone. So I guess our connection wasn't that great for the audio. I'm sorry about that, but it's been great having you on the show. I know I learned a lot about some of your models here that I didn't know. So, I hope we can get you back at some point in time where we can get some video and great audio. So I want to tell everybody, I think that these are your yo-yos, the Dif-e-Yo yo-yos are going to continue to be highly collectible and keep on increasing in value. And certainly, it's an important part of the yo-yo history. I don't want to forget, because I almost did, you invented the concave bearing, which really you're maybe better known for than the yo-yos themselves, because they're used in other brands. And those concave bearings center that string and really changed modern yo-yo play. So thank you very much for your innovations too. That is great, and we appreciate you coming on the show and talking about your yo-yo line. So anyway, one of my favorite parts of the show is hot auctions, but this week I was looking through eBay and it just looks like a bunch of crap on there, except for the Dif-e-Yo yo-yos, which are on sale right now. I just didn't really see anything that got me revved up, but there were several dogs of the days, but I didn't feel like it was worthwhile to point those out to you guys this week. I did happen to notice there was a Lucky's Collector Guide to 20th Century Yo-Yos up for 18 bucks, which isn't too bad since shipping was included in that. It was used, but who cares? You're going to wear it threadbare anyway when you get it. So if you want to pick up one of those cheap, there is one up there. I was under the mistaken belief that people would be winning these books on the show, but no, unless your name happens to be the Nickinator, and then you have about 47 copies, and I'm not convinced that anybody else is going to be winning them besides the Nickinator in the future. But in just a moment, we will challenge that possibility with our pop quiz for our grand prize this week, and we'll see if somebody can tear this grand prize away from the clutches of the Nickinator. And I just checked with the Vegas odds makers, and currently the Nickinator pays out $1 on a $2 bet for a win. And I didn't even know there was such a thing as negative odds, but I guess that's what we get in this crazy COVID 1984 world. Well, anyway, let's jump right into our pop quiz for this evening and see what that grand prize is. The Nickinator will probably most likely win.
Doc Lucky's Pop Quiz. One shot, one champion. First to answer both questions in the Facebook comments wins. Get ready.
According to Lucky's Record Guide, what is the highest prize for a yo-yo rounded to the nearest thousand? Rounded to the nearest thousand. Steve Brown is considered the father of what style of yo-yo play? There are your two questions, folks. First two to answer correctly wins. Nickinator's probably already searching the web for those answers, and we'll see what we come up with here. So, according to Lucky's Record Guide, what is the highest prize ever paid for a yo-yo? Rounded to the nearest thousand. And Steve Brown is considered the father of what style of yo-yo play? So,
We got one.
Rick Rentz, he is the winner, it looks like to me. Now, we've had some controversy before, so I don't want to say for sure. Sean is checking it right now. But right now, Rick Rentz answered $16,000 and
Correct. It's
counterweight. Or he could have said freehand, or he could have said 5A, any of those things. So, Steve Brown, of course, is the innovator and considered the father of counterweights or freehand or 5A play. And then that yo-yo that sold for $16,029 was the Nixon signed yo-yo. That was an autographed yo-yo by Nixon given to Roy Acuff back in the 70s. He was on the Grand Ole Opry with Roy Acuff, and Roy Acuff, if you didn't know, part of his act actually had a yo-yo in it. And actually some of our legends, like Bill Marburg, had actually met and demonstrated before Roy Acuff. But Nixon was on with the yo-yo. This was just a couple weeks before he resigned the presidency, and the fact that he was there yo-yoing, all the political cartoonists had a field day with that, but that made that yo-yo very famous. Now, I will say this, there was a not a video, but a film that sold with the yo-yo, but really it's the yo-yo that brought that high price. So $16,029, and that makes all the other yo-yos seem cheap, which is what I always point out to my wife. Well, at least I haven't bought the most expensive yo-yo out there. So anyway, congratulations to Rick Rentz on his amazing win. This is just a reminder, we have that celebrity yo-yoer contest going on. We have 3 entries so far, and we are looking for some more worthy contestants. Still looking for Biden or Trump to jump into the contest. Remember, that's an instant win. You get either one of those guys throwing a yo-yo, you win hands down. We stop the contest right then. Next week, my plan is to open that box that was the mystery box that not even the Nickinator could win. We'll see what I spent $250 on eBay for, knowing that there were going to be at least some yo-yos in the box because they said that's what it was on the auction list. So we don't have any idea what yo-yos are in there or what other good stuff I pull out of that. So don't miss when I open that mystery box next week. We won't have a guest next week, but I will be challenging conventional wisdom on the history, specifically the early history of the yo-yo, as I will take a quote from my favorite book, The Immune, which everybody should have already read and have memorized. Conventional wisdom is the worst wisdom of all. And I plan on proving that correct by rocking the yo-yo world and telling you a lot of the stuff we've been telling the kids about yo-yos, and a lot of the stuff that's on the websites and in the films and all that about the early history is quite frankly bat guano. So anyway, make sure you tune in next week to hear me challenge the history of the yo-yo. And screw you, Sean, for the ageism comments that you are making through my earwig right now. And to all the loyal Yo-Yo Talk viewers, please click that share button and send these episodes to your friends. The more the merrier, and the better chance we have of getting more people to knock Nick out of there. Although Rick has done a great job tonight with that. So, but Nick is still overall the king of yo-yo trivia, and I'm sure he'll be back next week. So remember, you can never have too many yo-yos, and may your next find be a Flores. This is Doc Lucky signing off until next week.